Hello, we are going to present our study of the topic transgenders, a marginalized community and their exclusion in Mumbai, India. So we are a group of four and I'm Kavya Satish.
I'm Karina Tokadja.
I am Christopher Joseph.
Hello, I'm Saili Bhusekar. Transgender are individuals whose identity does not differ as male or female. The conduct of this community does not indulge to stereotype gender norms. Transgender is in safekeeping that is utilized to clarify a wide extent of personalities and behaviors of sexually distinctive individuals, counting transsexual, vestites, male and female cross dressers, etc. While in Indian society, transgenders are commonly known as hijra, kinnar, chakka in a slang dialect, additionally addressed as third gender. The avoidance or the exclusion begins from domestic, where one ought to feel secure and be himself, but the truth varies. Families confine their own children, they limit them from getting education and accomplishing a good way of life since childhood. In the event, even if guardians acknowledge them as their own children, society seems to not have prodded them or get into their way of success. Hijras spend most of their life inside a bunch or a community where these community provide distinctive sorts of back, which are ethical, monetary, or social, and so on. Our study basically is based on an Indian context.
So talking about the theoretical framework, transgender communities have been part of many historical cultures like Philippines, Oman, Kenya, and of course the Indian subcontinent. The concept of transgender is that they do not conform to any conventional concept of male or female, but they combine or move in between both of them. So, when the Mughal ruled India, Hijras enjoyed very highly influential positions and were considered one of the most important figures in the society. But after the British took over, their position got altered and was considered as a breach of public decency. And this was the main reason which led to the exclusion of the transgender community from the society and then disposed to everyday abuse and discrimination even after the collapse of British rule in India. So, the common society or public which does not accept this as third gender brings upon harassment and abuses towards them. This paper stresses about how a person born with a sexual abnormality should be recognized with the entire available constitutional, legal, and civil rights, including the right to work, but instead faces everyday various problems. So, due to low population and gender variance, Hijras undergo various discrimination and abuse from all sectors, especially social and economic factors like how like low literacy rate and low income and social stigma, which in turn affect the life of hijras. And due to their gender variance, people are not willing to employ them, and which gives them a minimal chance to express their ideas and talents. And they're also physically abused, which leads to many other crucial problems. So they are mostly excluded from all the privileges, which leads to bias and injustice and towards the community. And at the outmost, they have been thrown from their own family and villages, which gives them no option but to engage themselves as sex workers or as beggars in the streets. And so, after a very big fight, a resolution to recognize the community as a third gender category was passed by the Indian Supreme Court under Justice K.S. Radhakrishnan and A.K. Sikri in 2014, which allowed them the freedom to franchise their vote in elections. So, it also represents the freedom of expression and speech in society. The resolution also added transgender people should be treated consistently with other minorities under the law, enabling them to access jobs, healthcare, and education.
So, coming on to the case study, we took the city of Mumbai, which is one of the financial and commercial centers of India. So it is located in the southwestern part of India, and it is the capital of Maharashtra. So before 2011, the Indian census never recognized the third gender. But after 2011, actually, they clubbed transgenders inside males. So since even though it's not yet an official gender classification, they have been clubbed inside male category to have a basic population count. So Maharashtra is one of the most populated states with highest total of community, that is almost 11% of the total state population. And there were many researchers and reports to look at the multiple dimensions of their exclusion. And the Mumbai is one of the most crowded crowded transgender community cities, as it is one of the major destination of migrant transgenders from different part of the country, since they are facing discrimination from their own families and friends. So here, actually, hijras were one of the like they had a special place in the Hinduism. So they were believed to have power to bless and curse. Actually, they used this belief of Indians as a trade to have an income. So they usually dress up in saris and low cost makeups, and they used to go into crowded cities, roads, streets, and they knocks on the car windows, and they started offering blessing and take money in return. So they were like, this was like one of the major income for them. And also they are used to dance in the weddings, other ceremonies which are believed to have a blessing for the people there. So actually they also work as sex workers, and also many of them faces this mental health instability, which lead to early suicides and problems like that. So they have a typical pyramidal scheme of power among the community, which is like the younger chellas, middle ranked hijras, gurus, and elder mentors. So the younger chellas are supposed to report to the middle rank hijras. Then they report to the gurus, which are for a particular region, and they have the elder mentors, which are about 60 years of old. Even though they are like legally recognized now in India, but the quality of life, everything remains substandard for them. So we also looked at two important personalities which played an important role in the upcoming of the community. So one was Shabnam Mauzi Banu. She was the first person from the Hijra community to be elected as a legislative member. So she used her power to bring up this discrimination to the public, to reduce the discrimination, and also act in different activities to increase the awareness regarding the HIV problems, and also to reduce the discrimination towards them. And Lakshmi Narayan Tripathi, she's one of the Hijra gurus, and she's also one of the most important spokesperson for the community. So she have been working to improve the quality of life, quality of food, shelter, and basic necessities for the community. And she is also the president of the first registered organization which is working for the Hijras across South Asia, which is the NGO like Dai Welfare Society. And she also participated and initiated different social inclusion and job opportunity programs for the community around the country.
Looking into the methodologies part, we took the quantitative method as a tool for collecting data, where the research focuses on numerical data, and it generalized across groups of people. So starting from the question and the topic of our research, we went to the concept and took the variables of many researchers done before, and one of them is the Trans Hearts Project, which is a known association in Mumbai that helps the discriminated community of the transgenders to heal and express themselves. And this process starts with gathering them, filing them, and hearing their stories, preparing questionnaires for them, and afterwards give them a humanitarian program where they can get free therapy sessions to heal, and this provides them opportunities into the society. Moreover, from the quantitative methods to the qualitative methods, we took the both methods because it is more it adds more to our essay, and the qualitative vision brings the interviews and observations and documental analysis in our research. So this was for years under the umbrella of ethnographic methods. But one of the weaknesses is that the stories and the interviews could be generalized. So the research that we did is only based on Mumbai, India. And one of the researchers was the Sohadari Foundation, where they did the Red Wall project. So they shared the unheard stories of transgenders and how they are victims based on their gender and the violences they face and the sexual exploitations. So they document and share these stories to help by raising awareness and spreading their voice worldwide to reach more to humanitarian organizations, and this way they can form a bond with the supportive community. So not only qualitative and quantitative method, but the mix of these methods brought the strength of each other, and it maximizes the understanding of our research question. So it provides numerical proof and more an emotional connection with the transgenders in Mumbai, India. Thank you.